Hello and bonjour. I'm your host, Joel Kwashi, and welcome to the ProductiveGrind podcast. And I just watched the Le Classique between, if you know, you know, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and Marseille. And right out the gate, Marseille, within the first, 5 minutes, they scored a goal. And, with these rivalry matches, these derbies, whatever you want to call it, that's something you want from the jump, right? You want to see a goal. You want to see how the other team is going to respond. Will the team score another goal? Will it be a back and forth slugfest? Or in this case, Marseille, who won the game, they held their own throughout the whole game. And it just got so intense the more you watch. It was a thrill to watch. And at the very last moments of the game, there were moments where it seemed like PSG could score the equalizer, right? There was free kick opportunities. There were opportunities where I thought PSG was gonna, have an opportunity to score a penalty kick, but then the ref waved it off. Like, no, keep playing. So it was a heck of a match. And shout out to Marseille. Marseille got the win. And if you do follow French football or European football, there's a lot of American players that play for these European teams. Timothy Weah, he plays for Marseille. And it was great. It's a great match. I really enjoy it from start to finish. And PSG, they had a dominant season last season, winning the UEFA Champions, winning their domestic league, going to the final in the FIFA Club World Cup against Chelsea. Amazing, right? Obviously, for me, I like to be neutral, but with the season they had, and, I think this is their first defeat of this season, PSG was my favorites going into this game. But that's the beauty of world football. You just don't know how the game's going to go. So PSG lost, Marseille won. I can't imagine being in that stadium. I would love to be in that stadium. I've been to derby matches here domestically. I've been to European matches abroad, obviously in Europe. I've been to Ajax matches, right, in Amsterdam. Earlier this year, I got to see Ajax versus Galatasaray, the Europa lead, and it was a thrill, So seeing the Turkish side with their team, because if you've been following Galatasaray, they have reshaped their team, their squad, and they are a dominant force, right? And then they went against Ajax squad, and Ajax won that game. But anyway, that atmosphere. The whole point I'm bringing up this game because it's nothing like watching European football in Europe, right? Like, I've seen the giant clubs compete here in the States. I've seen, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Everton, West Ham, and so on. I've seen even Germany. I got to see Germany compete, both the man and the woman squads, the nation team. But there's nothing like watching those clubs or nations compete on their home soil. So amazing atmosphere. I wish I was there. And shout outs to Marseille for picking up that win. And domestically here in the States, there's a derby that's happening this Saturday. I think I mentioned it in the last podcast, the last episode. The Hudson River Derby. New York City FC. I was at their game last Saturday. They played at Yankee Stadium against Charlotte FC. They won. They have I believe they're number 5 in the East, and they're in the playoffs, right? After that win, they're officially in the playoffs. Their opponents, the New York Red Bull. I believe they're number 10 right now. And it's been one of those seasons for New York Red Bull. If you've been following New York Red Bull for the past seasons, it's always the same. They win some, they lose some. I'm happy with the players they signed recently. But it's always the same. It's always up and down, up and down. And we need this win. I'm happy we beat CF Montreal last week. I believe it was Saturday. But we need this win over our rival, our biggest rival in this league, New York City FC. And, I don't think NYCFC is going to take the Red Bull lightly. Like I mentioned, it's a derby. It's probably one of the most intense derbies in MLS history. Red Bull needs to, bring it. You're playing home. You have to win in order to, secure a spot in the playoffs. I believe decision day is coming up in a couple of weeks or a few weeks. So this is a must win if you're a New York Red Bull. And we'll see how it goes. I'll be there. Derby matches are always fun, always intense, especially with the two New York clubs. When they get together, I've been to games at the Red Bull Arena, currently now known as Sport Illustrator Stadium. I've been at games at Citi Field. I've been at games at Yankee Stadium. I consider myself a neutral, but this one time I went to a game in Citi Field, and I had a blue jersey. Not a blue jersey, I had a blue hoodie, and I got there early, so they gave me a New York City FC scarf. Put around my neck if everybody thought I was a City fan. But when New York Red Bulls scored that goal, I stood up and gave them a standing ovation. I got a lot of looks like, who's this guy? I thought he was one of us. But it's always a fun atmosphere. So I'll be there. Of course, I'm rooting for Red Bull because I would love to see both teams, both New York clubs in the playoffs. I live in the area, so why not? Why not root for both teams? But we'll see how it goes. What I'm expecting from this game, honestly, I'm hoping for a slugfest. With New York City FC already securing a spot in the playoffs, and yes, this is a rivalry match, I don't know if they are going to come in with that intensity, right? They don't necessarily need to, but it is a rivalry match. And, that's when you kind of bring your best. So I have a feeling New York Red Bull is going to secure the win. It may not be an easy win. It might be a back and forth slugfest. What I do hope, because I recall last season, I remember going to a derby match between the two clubs, and City, they kept scoring goals, and I believe it was like the 30-minute mark, and Red Bull fans were leaving. They were like, screw it, this game's over. I don't see us coming back. They won, right? So I don't think that's going to happen this game coming up. I hope not. But if it does, hey, I'm here for it too. Along with that, I've been playing EA Sports FC 26. The game officially comes out this Friday, September 26th. However, I pre-order it, and I've been playing it, and I've been playing online, and it's been fun. It's been a thrill, It's nothing like online play. Like, yeah, I play against AI too on the hardest difficulty, but jumping right into online and just saying, screw it, let's just do it. I want to see how I match up with other folks from around the world, and it's been a thrill. So if you have that game, hey, play it. Drop in your game tag. I'm playing on PS5, so yeah. Along with that, I mentioned in the last episode I did some volunteer coaching for a youth academy. The first game we won 4-0. The following week, we won 3-1 against the same squad. So collectively, my team scored 7 goals, and we only conceived 1 goal. But it's not going to be a long-term thing. I'm a sub-coach. One of the coach, he was away on vacation. So, a friend of mine's like, hey, you want to be a sub-coach? I'm like, sure. So I don't know if I'll continue it. We'll see how it goes. I might just pop up and shadow other coaches so I can learn more about their coaching philosophy and how everything is structured. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Le Classique was incredible. The Hudson River Derby this Saturday, I'm hoping that it's fun as well. And I'm going to continue playing some EA Sports FC 26. So please, if you haven't already, check out my social media. I'm on X, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm here on YouTube. I have an Etsy shop. I have a course that I'm selling as well. Check them out, and see you in the next one. Thank you.